Hey everyone, how's it going? I got a cool video for you guys today where I demonstrate a way that can potentially let you have more fun playing on Call of Duty and using a mouse and key. This includes a program that I actually just built recently that's equivalent to the Kovac sensitivity matcher, except where the cool thing is I actually built this in the browser. I like coded this to work in the browser, so you don't have to download anything. So that saves you from risking any sort of virus, yada yada yada. So for now, let me demonstrate the Kovacs one first, and we'll get into my program later, and then I'll also share some gameplay. But yeah, just be sure to watch the whole video, it'd mean a lot, and also don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So yeah, let me just actually go into the Call of Duty game first. Alright, so basically what this program does is it just converts your yaw between games, and you can test that with the hotkeys using your keyboard, where essentially what it does is using the hotkey it'll spin your character depending on what yaw increment and sensitivity you're using at the same time. For me to even get the same yaw increment as on 0.022, I'd have to change my sensitivity to 1.8 in the sensitivity matcher, and that would give me an increment of 0.0396. So to do that, you just do the hotkey, and now I can make a perfect 360 even though my sensitivity is not the same. That's because this is equivalent to the increment of this sensitivity, therefore I'm able to do the same 360. And then also, if you see the equivalent, it's 6 sensitivity, and this is the yaw speed that this game uses. So I had to make this video, let you guys know after seeing all this. And then I also made a program that'll help you guys basically get your aim to match with the 0.022. So where is... So yeah, this is basically what the program was built in, and now it's on a server, and I uploaded it on a website. Pretty much it's just all the essentials you need for aiming with keyboard or with the mouse in a game, and converting it between different games, and yeah, so I'll just test that out for you. So remember the formula that I originally had in my last video for 0.022 times your in-game sense equals your yaw degree. So I actually didn't even know there was programs that did this for you. Well, it's not that I didn't know, I never really tried. The way I found out about this was basically just going through the config files, taking one value that was given, so for example 0.022, and then just basically reverse engineering everything, but just taking the basically whatever's in the config, and then just, yeah, literally just solving for x, and then that's how I came up with this. So yeah, I just decided to build a program myself, but in the browser for people to use, and pretty much does the same thing as Sense Matcher, but you don't have to download anything, and then also it's just fun to use. And I also added in some other calculations, but I'll get into that after we go through the first part. So now that you see that this matches with, okay, so let me actually demonstrate from the beginning. So okay, so first thing first, you just gotta pick your game. So in my demonstration, I'm going to use Model for 3 in Apex Legends, and we enter in a sensitivity of 6, DPI of 800, which is what I use, and another 800. But all these settings of mine change actually after this program, which I'll demonstrate later. So look what we have here. So we get the sensitivity for Apex, that's equivalent to the sensitivity that's in Model for 3, and the DPI, which is 1.8, and then 28.86. And then we have the yaw degrees for Modern Warfare 3, and then the yaw degrees for Apex Legends. Notice how they're different sensitivities, same centimeter per 360. So what's the centimeter per 360 and equivalent sense, right? So this is the basically sensitivity without DPI factored in. Because remember the formula I had for yaw speed, where pretty much DPI is just not taken accounted for. It's taken accounted for your centimeter per 360, right? So just focus on this. So basically this equivalent sense to 1.8 in Apex Legend is 20 in Modern Warfare 3, and this will prove that. So if you guys don't have faith in the program, you can have faith in callbacks. There you go, 20. What's the increment? 0.132 now. Versus 0.0396, right here. So this program does the same thing. So we don't need this anymore. Okay, so how are we going to convert our Sens to our centimeter per 360, right? So instead of using a 6 sensitivity, right, why don't we just half the sensitivity? Always divided by 2, by the way, when you want to lower or increase it. Always do it either multiplied by 2 or divided by 2. So yeah, we hit calculate. Notice how our centimeter per 360 went up, and our Sens got halved. So I'm going to even do it one more time, just because I like using lower DPIs. And now we're closer to my actual centimeter per 360, which was accounted for earlier, 28.86, right? So now we just adjust the DPI. Look how close that is to my old one. Maybe I just change it a little bit. Let's go 950. Just a little over. So yeah, I'm comfortable with that. It's not even that big of a deal. It's like, what, maybe 31 off or something, 0.31 off. Yeah, and then that's basically my sensitivity that I put into Model 1 for 3 that has the equivalent yaw degree of 0.033. Okay? So this pretty much gives you the yaw degree of 0.033 using this Sens and DPI. Does that make sense? So after you've gotten your new Sens, so mine is 5 and 950 DPI, go down here, and then now this is the part 2 to what I made. So I actually was always on relative 1.33, but I recently just changed after discovering this. So I always I never liked playing on relative 0.0 because it felt super slow, and after figuring out a bunch of things and testing a bunch of things, I came to a realization that using the yaw increment from Apex while using the 0% matchmaking, use 0% match from Apex felt the best when I was using the yaw degree from Apex, and then also using an ADS multiplier of 1.2. So let me just demonstrate what this program will do. So my sensitivity was 5, right? And then my DPI was 950. So I'm gonna enter that in now. And then my FOV is 120. So I also used the vertical FOV from Apex in this calculation. And then this is what I got. So my new sensitivity now, that's for relative, is 4.71, and then my new DPI is 1008. Alright, so that gives me, let's see, 4.71. 1008. What is my centimeter per 360? 29.18. Very similar, right? So if you use 1.78 before, set your ADS multiplier for 1.25. If you're on 1.33, set it to 1.2. And then also I discovered Afterzoom is the best and most snappy. I can actually demonstrate that real quick. So I'm going to set my sensitivity to 0.10 just so you guys can see it. Where is it? Okay, so let's go with instant. Everybody likes instant because the word instant just, that's what everyone likes, right? Okay, I physically can't move my mouse. What I meant to do was set this to 0.10. Okay, so now that you can get an idea, you see that? You see how delayed it is? Like I'm moving my mouse. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So this is how you test the transitioning. I'm moving my mouse. You could tell it's delayed because I'm swiping it and it lags. Alright, so let's try a different one. Let's try Gradual now. Surprisingly, Gradual doesn't have as much as that effect as instant. Instant feels like gradual in this game, which is so weird. Or maybe instant was always like that, we just never noticed. So let me just snap on heads real quick. Now let's go Afterzoom. So Afterzoom, even though it has that effect, it does it with accuracy. So it has the added benefit of using your hip fire with more accuracy though. So that way when you're transitioning, it's a lot better. So like let me show you, for example, instant does the same thing, but it's very hard to predict. Like look at this, holy. So pretty much like what I'm trying to say is it's best if you use Afterzoom. Like you could see it when I'm moving my, like watch me move my mouse after I ADS. Oh, actually, I'm missing this 30 back. Okay, so watch me ADS on Afterzoom. Move my mouse after. You don't see that swipe, that weird lag when I'm moving my mouse. It goes to exactly where I'm aiming. Versus if I use instant, look at that. Look at it's so bad, and I didn't realize how bad it was till after like look at that. That's the transition for instant. I don't know why. And here's gradual. Even gradual is better. Instant's actually the worst, in my opinion. So yeah, there's that. And then there's also another problem where if you have your Tacstance to a different sensitivity, let's say let's have it on like 60. Like if I go into Tacstance, oh, did they fix it? Oh no, they didn't. It's just when you go into Tacstance. I don't know if I have it off, but if you have it set to lower than 1.0, and your hip fire is 6, it'll feel slower when you Tacstance. Oh yeah, you have to slide for longer. There you go. Look how slow that is. Okay, so basically this is what I'm trying to share. So if you have Tacstance, make sure that your multiplier for Tacstance, and where is it? I don't even use this shit. That's how you know I don't. Tacstance right here. Okay, I use 1.0, but I was just gonna demonstrate. So let's say it's on. I'm gonna put it to 0 just so you guys can see it. Watch what happens. I physically can't move my mouse. Look at that. It just slows down. Trying to move my mouse to the left and right, and it won't let me when I'm in Tacstance. Right? And why is this an issue? When you're slide canceling when you have that transition, when you're gonna cocks left and right, you do not want that different insensitivity. So what it is it takes the multiplier from your hip fire. So you always want that at 1. It's just like how your ADS does that. Yada yada yada. Alright, so keep that at 1. And then keep the ADS transition timing on Afterzoom. I'm telling you. Doesn't have that weird swipe, that weirdness. Does not have that weirdness. Look at that. It's perfect. Well, that's because my ADS is back to normal. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to share today. But yeah, my updated settings are pretty much this. Playing at 1.2, 4.70. Then I'm playing on a DPI of 1008 or 1000. Relative 0. I'm telling you, man, this is the best. Like relatives, yo, feels amazing, especially with the conversion. You'll definitely tell. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, be sure to join the Discord and keep tabs when I'm live again. But yeah, thanks a lot and have a great day.
for it.